All right, here next up for the other title, not the TNT title, but the world title, this 6-month-old promotion with a roster of 14 people and everybody's a champion. And there are no DQ matches. Entering the arena, the black hole of charisma. Not only does he have no charisma, but he sucks in the charisma surrounding him at an incomparable rate. Brodie Lee. The gravitational pull of his anti-charisma is strong in this one, Brian. It really is. And he gets in the ring with a bunch of guys in red shirts that said S.A.F.E on it. Was that ever explained what that is?
I don't think so. I thought they were maybe just event security. I don't know.
Well, it said safe, and I've never heard of that brand, and it looked like a bunch of outlaw dimwit wrestlers dressed up to stand there. But I did fast forward through Moxley strolling in from the parking lot because that's way old. There's not even any fans he can come to. The man of the people. He's just the man of the parking lot. He's the voice of the homeless. So he comes in. I fast forwarded that part. Within seconds, they immediately were on the floor in this match. Brodie Lee's new gear looks like a high school cheerleading squad captain. Brodie Lee did a dive. I said they were out on the floor within seconds, suplexing each other on the concrete, and then immediately afterwards, Brodie Lee got back in and did a dive. Why don't the referees and ring announcers dive, too, to make sure that we know that everybody can do this and nobody gets hurt by it, even when people actually really do get hurt by it? They got back out on the floor after they did their dive spot. I don't know why they set the ring up. They could really cut the budget by cutting that ring crew out. Brodie Lee continues to work like a man in a hypnotic trance or possibly a sleepwalker. He sleepwalks like Art Carney in that classic episode of The Honeymooners when he was having bad dreams because he was looking for his long-lost childhood dog. Only Art Carney had emotion. Let's see, then Moxley spent forever because these guys are going to have a fucking indie garbage match regardless of what happens, because apparently that's Moxley's background. And I wrote, how did both these guys spend as much time as they did in the WWE and not learn anything about how to put a match together except what they did on the fucking outlaw shows that they couldn't let be done in the WWE because it was fucking stupid. They go right back to having garbage fucking outlaw indie matches and learned nothing. Moxley spent forever putting the ring steps in a certain place, but then by the time he did that, Brodie Lee caught him and was going to powerbomb him. But of course, Moxley foiled it and backdropped Brodie Lee off the steps through a table. They couldn't get this. And it was another one of those deals where, well, who's going to go first? Am I going to stand up or are you going to push off? And if you go back and watch it, and there's the little hand fucking Iggy's, like, you go, no, you go, no, you go. And finally, Moxley, I think, just stood up and herniated himself, taking this big schlub over and fucking backdropping him through the fucking table to the floor. I swear to God, he backdrops him off the ring steps through a table to the concrete floor, grabs Brodie Lee, throws him in the ring, and by the time he gets back in the ring, Brodie Lee is on offense again. That was what I wrote down the note about how did they fucking spend that much time in the WWE and not learn any fucking thing. And I'm sorry, but regardless of what everybody thinks about the WWE product these days, and boy, it does suck a large donkey penis. They teach guys how to make shit make sense if they have the capacity to learn. It may not, the angles may not make any sense, but they actually like when they inadvertently have a wrestling match for that shit to make sense. And they have some qualified agents. Anyway, they went back to the floor and they started tearing up the set. This is every indie match I've ever seen. Fast forward. I fast forwarded. They were on the stage, awkwardly setting up a stunt. Moxley then does his double arm DDT to Brodie Lee through the ramp. Through the gimmicked ramp It was obviously gimmicked, but still through the wooden ramp, and they both disappear, and everybody runs out, and they've gone in this fucking hole. He's DDT'd him to hell. And I said, if this is not the finish, I'm done with this match. That's what I wrote. And I'll be a son of a bitch if both of them didn't come back out. Brodie Lee bleeding. He got juice while he was under there. And I fast forwarded. I don't know what happened from there because what the fuck? I couldn't take any more. Was that the most ridiculous thing you've ever seen?
No, that was coming up on the program.
Well, all right, but I mean, so far.
No, you're forgetting what show we're watching here.
But all right, I phrased it wrong. What the fuck? Was this a goddamn goofy fucking indie match or what?
I've said it several times, and, you know, it's weird. It's kind of getting reinforced each time. Moxley has a good character. I hate to use that word, but hey, we're talking about AEW. I'm going to use the word character here.
Yeah.
It's entertainment. He does a pretty good promo, and his matches just suck to me. He just doesn't know how to lay out a match. There always has to be this...
It's like he never got out of the indies. He does all that bullshit that's been done and overdone, going all the way back to ECW and the hardcore horse shit that just for the lowest common denominator that mental cases like to watch and nobody else wants to fucking see because it's stupid and don't make any sense. He's a big budget outlaw fucking wrestler. And I'd never seen his shit before until everybody was making over him. And then he comes here and I start watching this. I'm like, what the fuck? Anyway, who did win?
Jon Moxley has won. And hopefully that's the end of the Dark Order. We can only hope.
The Dork Order. You keep mispronouncing that.
Well, the main dorks haven't been there in a while, so I didn't know what was going on.
Well, hopefully they'll keep the Canadian border closed forever if it means we don't have to fucking look at Pizzeria Uno again. Anyway,